Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tennessee ACRA Virtual College Fair. We've got an exciting session today. Before we begin, we'll cover a few housekeeping items. Note if you have questions, you can use the Q&A button to type your questions to the presenters at any time. Also note that your mic and camera phone are off, so you won't be able to hear you won't be able to see or communicate with the presenters. Also note as well, there's some additional StriveScan sessions available on the website if you have interest in those. So please check those out at your earliest convenience. Also be aware that the session is being recorded. So if you have an interest in viewing it later, you can go out to the StriveScan website at strivescan.com/Tennessee. With that in mind, we'll turn it over to our first presenter from University of Virginia's College at Wise.
Okay, Dave, if you could just confirm that you can see my screen, please.
I can. I see your welcome slide with the.
Okay. Yes.
You're welcome.
All right. So thank you all, everyone, for joining to learn a little bit more about UVA Wise. We really appreciate your time. So my name is Jamie Rose, and I'm the Director of Admissions here at the University of Virginia's College at Wise. So just a little bit about UVA Wise. We were founded in 1954. We were actually founded as Clinch Valley College of the University of Virginia. So if you are familiar with UVA in Charlottesville, we are a smaller affiliated branch campus. So we only have about 2,000 students, and we are all undergraduate programs on our campus. So a little bit smaller than the university. So a little bit about where we are. If you can see this slide, the red star, that kind of tells you where we are located in Southwest Virginia. So we are about 3 hours from Roanoke, about 5.5 hours from Richmond. You can be in Kentucky in about 30 minutes, and usually about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, you can be in Tennessee. So a little bit about, you can see here our programs. We are a liberal arts college, just like the University of Virginia. So most of our programs are mirrored on their programs as well. We do have a couple of programs that UVA does not offer, one of those being the only undergraduate degree program in software engineering. And we actually added some new majors for this year, so they haven't made it to the slide. So we've just added exercise science as a new major. Of course, that program is probably getting the most traction. Any students that were typically interested in like a pre-physical therapy program, looking at a biology track, they have kind of switched over to that exercise science. We also have sports management as a new major, and health and wellness. So those are some of the new programs that we have. If you can see in the picture there, that's actually one of our biology professors, Dr. Shell, with a student. So we are very big on undergraduate research on our campus. So any student, any major can participate in undergraduate research. If students are asked to go to present to conferences, we have funding available. We will actually send the students and send a professor with them. Something we have in the sciences, if you're interested in natural sciences, they have a funded program for research. So that is called a fellowship in natural sciences. So students can apply to be a research fellow in the sciences. Those are $3,000 paid positions in the summer to do research along with those professors, and that actually can be published in academic journals before students graduate. So if you are one of those that are thinking, you know, pre-professional program or graduate school, think about how that can really beef up that resume. Another program that we offer to all of our students is something called Innovate to Elevate. So you can see the picture there of the iPad. That's actually what I'm working on right now. We provide all of our students a free iPad that comes with the iPencil and the keyboard. So that's free for you the entire time that you're a student at UVA Wise, and then you can keep that upon graduation. Apple actually signs that over to you. So that's for all new incoming and transfer students. You can see our athletic programs here. We are NCAA Division II. So good thing, that means we offer athletic scholarships for students. So if you're interested, please reach out to our coaches, and you can find that information on their website. As far as student life, we have a very robust student life program. So we have fraternities and sororities that students can be a part of. Super easy for new transfer students to get involved in those programs as well. Student activities, they do everything from flag football, soccer, inner tube water polo. Faculty and staff members can play as well. For outdoor recreation, they do everything from skydiving, deep sea fishing, whitewater rafting. So a little bit about some of the programs we offer. Of course, we have a program for Virginia students where they can come for tuition and fees free as well. And that also bleeds over into our Tennessee students based on GPAs and scholarships as well. So for transfer students, you can do the Common App or you can do our online application. We are completely test optional. So if you are a transfer student, as long as you have 30 credit hours at your current college institution, then we only look at your college work. If you are less than that 30 hours, then we do require that you send in a final high school transcript as well. So if you're interested in the fall, definitely I would suggest that you go ahead and apply, send in your transcripts. We are very great as far as awarding transfer credit to any of our transfer students. Narda, who is our registrar, just does a phenomenal job there. And there at the bottom, you can see our admission stats about how many new transfer students we have and the GPA there. So here we have all the contact information for our office. We are open and doing in-person campus tours. So please feel free to reach out to UVA Wise if you have any questions. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. We're on to our next presenter from Glenville State College.
Can you see that okay? Everybody see that?
I can, yep.
Awesome. Okay. So like I said earlier, my name is Larry Gwynn. I'm here representing Lexi Gay tonight. I'm an admissions counselor here at Glenville State College. We're located in the central part of West Virginia, which we're about an hour and a half south of Morgantown, West Virginia, and about an hour and a half north of Charleston, West Virginia. As you go down below, you can see our admissions team here. There's Lexi, Ricky, and myself. I know we kind of break up the state of West Virginia in our own. Plus, we also have the states, which we didn't add on today. But typically, we are in charge of that. I know Tennessee is actually Southern, so that'd be me. So that's kind of why I'm on this one tonight. So we're kind of here to help you guide through the admissions process, whether you're a transfer or incoming person, whichever one you're taking that gap year. I know me personally, I was a transfer as well, so this kind of comes in handy. So if you want, you can take a screenshot of this, or I'll put our website down in the chat later on, and we can get you rolling, get you in contact with one of us here. To touch on our academic departments here, we were originated in 1872 as a all teachers college. We were actually an all women's school for the very longest time until about 1964. We opened up our first men's dorm. So education is definitely some deep roots here in Glenville State College history. We're also first in the state of West Virginia and 14th in the nation when it comes to our criminal justice program. So those two we definitely take a lot of pride in. I know business is just as good, if not one of the better ones we have as well. So that's usually our three bread and butters, and criminal justice and business are both offered either 2 or 4 year online fully. But we also have a 2-year degree for associate, like a general study type kind of pathway that's offered fully online. Interesting fact about us, we are also a very, very, very heavy musical background school. So we actually offer a 4-year degree in bluegrass music. We have a lot of different areas for that to kind of strive a little bit too. So we have the Pioneer Stage located down here in Main Street for the students to kind of come down and decompress a little bit. A lot of the students are actually the ones that play and kind of perform their own music. So we kind of have like our own little studio stage set up for the kids to kind of go down, you know, whether that usually it's Thursday, which is what we consider college night. I know all of our programs have a significantly high chance of job placement once you come through your respective field. I know we offer significantly a large amount of internships through each one of ours as well. For instance, our criminal justice, we offer an internship through the FBI Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia, which is about 30 minutes away from us. I know statistically, our classroom sizes is about a 17-to-1 student to teacher ratio. So about the standard size of some high school classes. It's not smaller than some high schools. I know any of our department faculty members have about 20 to 25 years in their respective fields. So you're getting a definitely one-on-one connection with your professor that can knowledge you and get you pointed in the right direction. The one thing I like to say on my spill here is we have the individualism of a small school, but the resources of a big school. So down below, we have some exciting new things. We actually have a partnership through Marshall University now that involves pharmacy, which is it's more of like a 4x3 through us. So you stay here for your 4 years, get your undergrad, then go to Marshall University for 3. You come out with your doctorate in pharmacy. And then we kind of brought down our master's of accounting too. And then also our newest one, which is kind of our most popular one as of right now anyway, is our athletic training 3x2. So everybody comes through our exercise science program. You go down to Marshall after your 3rd year at Glenville, stay for 2 years, you get your master's degree in athletic training. I know that's usually severely popular amongst athletes and as well as some of our normal students here on campus. I know we have about 1,540 kids currently on campus. So we are a smaller school, but we also have a more welcoming feel on campus. So this kind of brings in a little bit more of that Marshall University partnership. We're kind of getting a little bit more attractant. So that's going to be nice, hopefully grow in the next couple of years. I know also to add on with our partnership through Marshall University, we are also bringing in a Barnes & Noble bookstore to campus, which should, and I believe is actually going to contain a Starbucks coffee shop in the back corner. So that's going to hopefully seal the deal on some of these kiddos too. The next slide down is our athletics page. So we are a Division II athletic school. So we are allowed to have athletic scholarship aid for athletes that are interested in coming down, whether you're a transfer or first time, whichever one. I know we're in the MEC conference, which is actually one of the more predominant conferences in Division II. So here you can kind of see a brief description of what we kind of have when it comes to athletics here on campus. We also have some of the better facilities across the nation at the D2 level. Our Waco Center houses our men and women's basketball, acro ensembling, cheerleading, boxing, and wrestling. I know they also have some indoor, what they call futsal too, which is indoor soccer tournaments as well. I know in addition to the Waco Center, we have a state-of-the-art weight room and / conditioning room on the other side too, kind of laid out to mirror some of the more predominant collegiate programs in the nation. I know in addition to the Waco Center as well, we also have the Sue Morris Complex, which houses baseball and softball. And kind of adjacent to that, we also have an indoor facility open for those guys to use or those ladies to use if it's like bad weather, for instance, or just a quick practice, they can go in and use our indoor facility there. And then the I.L. Morris Stadium, I know, like I said, the pictures are small, but if you check our website, which I'll add to the chat here, you can take a little bit better look. The I.L. Morris Stadium home is like, they kind of house our football field and track and field areas, which we just basically got a brand new track and field facility, and we're looking to replace the football field here within the next year or so. So then we're kind of going down here. The best way to kind of go at it, getting started is usually the worst part about trying to either decide to transfer, come into college. The next step definitely is to just apply and get connected with one of us here for the admissions team. I know this website, which I'll add to the chat here, will kind of take you to where you need to go. The application takes about 15 minutes to complete. It's also free. Just use hashtag #GoPioneers at the very end to kind of get that waiver code completely removed. Once you submit your application, one of us here at the admissions office will reach out to you. With me, I'll be kind of reaching out to you as well. And I believe that should be passing on.
Thank you. We're on to our next presenter from Southern Illinois University.
Okay, sorry there. Can everyone see my screen okay?
We can, yes. Hear you loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Kennedy, and I am an admissions coordinator from Southern Illinois University. A little bit about our university. We are located in Carbondale, Illinois, which is in Southern Illinois. So for a frame of reference, we're about 2.5 hours from Nashville, Tennessee, and about 3 hours from Memphis. And so we are a public research university. We have about 10,000 undergraduate students on campus. And by the time you include our graduate students, our law students, and med students, we have about 13,000 students on campus with over 100 countries represented with our international student population as well. And with us being a research university, students can start research as early as their freshman year. We have over 200 different academic programs. So probably anything that you're interested in or have been interested in, we probably offer something along those lines. Our student to faculty ratio is 13:1. So even though we are a public state university, that means that class sizes are still going to be small. Most of our classes are between 20 and 30 students, with a lot of them being even smaller than that. And as I mentioned before, undergraduate students can start their research as early as their freshman year, which is really awesome. So at SIU, we do not have out-of-state tuition for domestic non-residents. So even for students outside of the state, as long as they are a citizen of the United States, they pay our in-state tuition rate. We also offer legacy tuition rate for students whose parents graduated from our university. And one thing that's really important is that over 90% of our students receive some form of financial assistance from us. So that's what I want to talk about. These are some of our transfer scholarship opportunities. And so most of these are based off of merit. So that would be your GPA whenever you are applying. We automatically evaluate you for some of these scholarships. So for instance, the first one, that is our Dean's Excellence Scholarship. So just by having a 3.5 and 30 credit hours, you are automatically awarded $4,000 for 2 years once you apply to transfer with us. And then these are some of our other transfer scholarship opportunities. So if you're involved in Phi Theta Kappa, and then this last one is our Achievement and Provost Scholarship, which is I believe it's full tuition and fees. And so for transfer students, they are not required to live on campus. They're once they transfer. So if you have more than 30 credit hours or you're 21 years and older, you do not have to live in our residence halls, but you are still welcome to, especially if you want to live in some of our living learning communities. But students who are over 21 or over 30 credit hours, they can live in our on-campus apartments. And so we have a couple of different options in all of our apartments. There's a washer and dryer and a full kitchen. So you have amenities available for you there. At SIU, we are the Salukis, and we are actually the only university in the country that has the mascot Saluki, and they are a type of Egyptian hunting dog. We actually have some real life Salukis that come and visit us every once in a while. It's always my favorite day. But we are NCAA Division I, so all of your athletic teams, we have, basketball, football. Those are things that you'll get to experience on campus as a student, and that's a lot of fun. And so this is our current estimate for students. So tuition, if you're looking at taking 30 credit hours in a year, it's just under $10,000, fees a little over $5,000, and then room and board. That is obviously for students who are electing to live in our residence halls. For our apartments, you are charged a monthly rate, and that depends on the room type that you're looking to live in. And so, yeah, all you need to do to apply is submit your online application and then send us your official transcripts from the current institution that you are attending or any previous college work that you've taken before. You don't have to send us your ACT or SAT scores. We are now test optional. So submit that application, send us your transcripts, and we'll be able to process an admissions decision for you. And then I also encourage you, check out our social media. It's a really great way to get to know us as a university, especially if you haven't visited us before. We do a lot of highlights of different parts on campus or different students, different programs. So definitely check us out there. And then this is my contact information. I'd love to talk more with you about your college plans. So send me an email, and I'm also going to put information about campus visit in the chat.
Thanks so much. We're on to our next institution, Appalachian State.
All right, thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with everyone. All right. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody for taking a little bit more time on Zoom. I know everybody's tired of that, so we appreciate you taking some time to learn a little bit about each of our institutions. But it's nice to meet everyone. My name is Presley Layton, and I serve as one of the associate directors for transfer recruitment and as one of the transfer admission counselors within the online and transfer services office at Appalachian State University. So for those of you who may have not been in our area before, we are located in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina, in a small town called Boone, North Carolina. So our environment and our location, they really lend themselves to a lot of outdoor activities, which is something that we're very much well known for sure. So for instance, skiing, snowboarding, hiking, fly fishing, rock climbing, just to name a couple of those. So our students, the locals, the tourists, we can definitely all agree that Boone is a wonderful place to live and learn and explore. So with this connection to our environment and to our community comes a strong commitment to sustainability as well. So that's one of our core values here, in addition to our other core values, which are global learning, diversity and inclusion, as well as community engagement. So we really want to foster those values during your time here. To become a very engaged global citizen that cares about sustainability in all of its different applications. So we were originally founded as a teachers college a long time ago, back in 1899. So we're definitely proud to be a larger school now. So today we have about 20,000 students total. But the great thing for all of you as transfer students is that an entire 27% of our campus body joined us as transfer students. So if that's something that you're looking for in terms of a robust transfer community, you can definitely find that here at App State, along with our wonderful football team that you see out here running onto the field. So definitely known for some of our athletics in Division I within the Sun Belt Conference. So we're gearing up for a more normal semester in the fall semester. So definitely getting excited about those athletic events. But even with 20,000 students, the university really does still have a smaller campus feel, which students can experience through that 16:1 student to faculty ratio and that average class size of 28 students. So these small class sizes truly allow for students to build really meaningful connections with peers, with professors, and some of those might even be transfer student mentors or faculty transfer mentors. So for whichever of our 150 plus programs that you plan to pursue, either on our main campus here in Boone or through App State Online for some of those online programs, you can expect to participate in some really amazing opportunities within your academic experience, including research, study abroad, for example, internships. And a lot of those lead to some promising careers to further education after graduation. So you can see that 98% employment rate there. So in terms of what it takes to transfer to App State, for main campus admission, we're looking for a minimum of 24 transferable credit hours and a 2.25 cumulative GPA. Now for App State Online programs, these same requirements definitely still apply, but there are additional program-specific requirements for each major. So you can visit online.appstate.edu for details about that. And we admit students until the class is full, and we don't have deadlines, so it's only suggested dates for you to apply. So for instance, if anybody wants to apply for summer or for fall of this year, you can definitely still do that since it's rolling admission. So you can visit admissions.appstate.edu for more information about those admission requirements in particular. But for students looking to transfer to App State, the Online and Transfer Services Office, and we have a staff of 20 people, full-time status. We're entirely dedicated to your transition process, your experience here, and your success as well. So we're definitely very proud to be a transfer-friendly institution and a military-friendly institution. So we were named a Phi Theta Kappa Transfer Honor Roll School for the 5th year in a row this year, and we're ranked number 6 for military friendliness. So as an office, we really strive to help make these connections even easier for you to achieve so that you can really maximize your Mountaineer experience. And if I didn't mention before, Mountaineer is our mascot. So definitely excited to hopefully have you joining us in the future. But although there's a lot of ways in which we do that in terms of helping you make those connections on campus and get you started as a new Mountaineer at App State, we're definitely excited to announce our new transfer hall for the fall 2021 semester. And this is a residence hall which will house 248 new and returning transfer students And it will also have a transfer center and an online and transfer services representative for events and programming as well. So in addition to that transfer hall, transfer students are able to connect with others through a whole bunch of different ways. And in regard to for those different transfer events overall through the online and transfer services office, our transfer orientation sessions, clubs and organizations, which we have over 400 of those, like the Transfer Student Organization, Tau Sigma Honor Society, and support systems like the Transfer Student Mentors and Faculty Transfer Mentors. You'll definitely feel supported throughout your time here. And so just wanted to give y'all a shout out that we have an open house coming up virtually on April 24th for anybody who wants to join, and tons of different virtual sessions on a weekly basis that you can join in on. So feel free to reach out to us if anybody has any questions. We have our contact information down here at the bottom of the screen. But we appreciate your time today, and thank you, sir. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. We're on to our next presenter from Ohio University.
Hey guys, I'm Angie Lyons. I am your regional rep for Ohio University. I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to share my screen with you and make sure I share my sound because that is important. After a short video, I will come back and tell you how you can transfer to Ohio University, home of the Bobcats.
I chose to transfer to Ohio University because I felt like this place and the people here is where I could excel academically, socially, and in my personal life.
Ohio University does a phenomenal job of basically saying, you know, look, you're a transfer student, so let's figure out your best path. Let's figure out how we can make you successful.
The admissions department especially made it an easy transition for me. They gave me a checklist of everything that I needed to do before coming here.
I had transcripts from 5 different schools at that point. Transferring my stuff here, transferring my hours here was a lot simpler than I thought it would be.
I transferred from a community college in Ohio, and so what that basically means is that everything transferred and it was incredibly painless.
My advisors have spent a lot of extra time with me, making sure that I can get everything done in 4 years.
Yeah, even though I transferred midway through my freshman year, I'm still on track to graduate in May.
Something that I was worried about when I first transferred was how you're going to fit in socially. How am I going to really see myself and find myself, and also find people like me, find people that want to be my friends.
I lived in a residence hall, and living in a residence hall was a really great way for me to adapt socially to this environment.
Enjoyed something where you could really try to find yourself, find where you belong, and find that group of people that you belong to.
After a while, I began to get involved with the veterans community here on campus, and that really opened up a new avenue for me to really grow.
Transferring here was probably one of the best decisions that I've ever made. I chose to.
And we hope that you also think that transferring could be easy and the best decision that you will make. Ohio University is the place that fits your educational needs, whether you're transferring to the Athens campus for a classic residential college experience, or you're completing your degree online or at one of our regional campuses. We actually have 11. Our location sets us apart in Athens, Ohio. We are the first institution in Ohio, established in 1804. Athens, Ohio is also ranked the top 100 arts community in America and named best college small town. We're also ranked the top 100 public institutions. In addition to our uptown shopping, that's what we call our downtown area, uptown shopping and dining and music. On our Athens campus, there's 16,000 undergraduates on our campus, but we also have those getting their graduate degrees as well as medical degrees. There's a lot to do in Athens. In the classroom, we offer 250 academic programs ranging from accounting to zoology, so there's everything in between. We have a strong focus on undergraduate research. Although you could be transferring, you still have an opportunity to do undergraduate research. Our average class size is about 30 students, and we have a 16:1 student to teacher ratio. 90% of our courses are taught by people with real world experiences. So you're going to most definitely get people who have that experience and that background to help yield you to your career path that you want to go. On campus, our students are super active. We have over 600 different clubs and organizations. We are a NCAA Division I team, and we have 30 different clubs and organizations. If there is something that you want to do, I am sure that we have it at Ohio. But however, if it's not, you and 2 other students can start a new club and organization. We most definitely welcome that. Because we are an arts-friendly school, we have all our events that are athletic and arts are free to our students. We want you to get involved. We want you to engage. Our transfer process is pretty simple. We do a holistic approach. That means that we look at what you've done your 2 years as transferring, or your 1 year, however it is, and what you've done outside the classroom and inside your community as well. We have a rolling admissions. We just need a GPA of a 2.0 and more than 9 semester credit hours to be considered a transfer student. We do have some selective programs, and on there I have the link that you may have to have a certain GPA to qualify. And we also have online programs that include 11 different bachelor's programs and a wonderful RN to BS program. So if you're interested in that, we have one of the best RN to BN online programs. The application process is pretty simple. As I mentioned, we're on the Common App. You can also do paper, which I don't recommend, but if you like paper, we can do paper. And you also can do online. I have a fee waiver code for anyone who's still interested in applying for the fall, because we have a May 15th deadline that will still allow you to get merit-based scholarships. So that is Ohio NTW, and it's on the slide. So if you want to apply for the upcoming fall, you still can, because we have rolling admissions. You'll hear it back in 2 weeks. If you have fewer than 20 semester hours or 30 quarter hours, you still must submit your high school transcript. And so we'll need that in addition to your college transcripts. This is just a listing of our 11 bachelor's program that we have online. And so you see our RN to BSN program. I love to mention that because it's a really popular one. For those that just want to stay home and you want that online experience and you want to still be a Bobcat, you can do that with our eCampus programs. Transferring your credits. I get this question all the time. Will you accept my credits? Yes. If you got a C- or better, we will accept your credits. And we also use Transferology, and that's a free tool to see which classes that are transfer over. We are a military-friendly campus, so we will take your credits and your time served in the armed forces. Thank you for your service to our country. But we most definitely look at anything that you've done, and we most definitely want to give you credit for it. So don't be afraid to ask. I'm your regional rep, and I will be helping you with that. The timeline, like I mentioned, we're rolling admission, so you have until June 15th for the fall. But however, if you want to be considered for merit-based scholarship, get your information in by May 15th so you can have that. Out-of-state tuition, we're looking at a total of $33,000 for out-of-state. However, because you're transferring and you may have 2 full years, you do not have to stay on the dorms in the residential halls. So that means that the room and meal plan could be less than the $33,000. And we have a guarantee that your tuition will never increase the 2 or 3 years or even 4 years that you may be on campus. So there's some great opportunities for you to save some money. And we promise that you'll never get a surprise bill saying you're old. Matter of fact, we have scholarships just for upperclassmen that you'll be eligible for. 93% of our graduates end up being employed after 1 year of graduating from Ohio University. You become part of our alumni circle with 260,000 alumni throughout the world. So that's going to allow you opportunity of networking as well as job opportunities. And we have a career center that will help you if you're going to graduate school or doing anything with your resumes, learning how to interview as well as internships. So most definitely, it starts here at Ohio University, your home away from home. I want to end this with this video that I love at our school and just makes me happy, and I hope it makes you happy. I am Angie Lyons with Ohio University.
Ready, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hey, hi, oh, 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 oh, hey, hi, oh,
Angie, thanks so much. We're going to move on to our next presenter from St. Leo University.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dave. Hi, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us this far. Today, I am representing St. Leo University, which is located in Tampa Bay, Florida. So if you're looking to get out of that chillier weather, but you can guarantee sunshine 365 days of the year. Definitely make sure to come down to the Sunshine State and give us a visit. So my name is Connor Schaefer. I'm a senior assistant director here at St. Leo University's undergraduate admissions, and I actually am also a proud alumni of St. Leo from the Northeast, from New Jersey. So if you are considering going or transferring to a college from out of state, please definitely do not hesitate to ever reach out. I know exactly what it's like to go to a school 1,000 miles away from home. At the bottom of the screen, you can see my contact information. So if we don't get to your question in the Q&A today, definitely feel free to reach out either by email or by the telephone. So, what is St. Leo University all about? St. Leo was established in 1889, and we're actually the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. We're also the second largest Catholic institution in the nation, serving over 20,000 students worldwide. Now, if you tour campus tomorrow, you are going to say, Connor, I do not see 20,000 students on university campus in Tampa Bay, and you are 100% correct. So, here on main campus, we have roughly about 3,000 undergraduate students, but the rest of our student population is found at either of our 15 education centers throughout the United States or our online worldwide program. So it's really cool because you're getting a small classroom environment, 14:1 faculty student ratio, but at the end of the day, you're still having the resources and amenities you might receive at a larger institution. St. Leo actually is currently ranked number 4 in the South for best value, so you know you're going to get a great education out of your investment. There are a couple different ways to apply to St. Leo. You can apply through the common application, and we do have a free application on our website. So it's definitely easier, in my opinion, to go through our website, and it's free anyway. Especially as a transfer student, I recommend going through our website. We do have over 50 different academic programs to choose from. Some of our popular majors are criminal justice, our biologies, education, computer science, sports business. So there's a lot of fun, cool things you can do and study at St. Leo. We also do have our honors program, and even as a transfer student, you can partake in our accelerated degree program. So that might include our 3+1 programs, where you get a bachelor's in 3 years and then a master's in one, or even our 3+3 pathway to law school, where we have a partnership with Barry University in Miami and Florida State University up in Tallahassee. We are test optional, and we've been test optional. So even if you're not looking to transfer this coming fall, we will still be test optional when you decide to transfer to St. Leo. We are also thriving in the medical field. So if you're looking to go into the medical field, we did just add this previous year, our health education and health promotions major, and we actually will be launching our nursing program coming this fall. One thing that's really exciting, if you are planning on transferring when it comes to scholarship wise, you can earn up to a $12,000 annual scholarship at St. Leo. But we also, for students transferring it with an associate degree, and this could be from any university, if you have an associate degree, you actually will automatically receive our 50% off tuition, which is our 50% off Study Florida tuition scholarship. So that's a great opportunity if you're looking to have an affordable option, and our tuition is the same for in-state, out-of-state. So that would be an awesome opportunity for you to have. We do represent over 100 countries in our student population in 44 different states. And if your family's worried about you going out of state for college, do not worry. St. Leo is actually the safest campus in the state of Florida and 7th in the nation. Campus life, it's really exciting here. I always said it's not saying, you will never get bored on campus if you take advantage of what the university has to offer. For students that want to embrace their faith, we do have daily mass. We also have over 22 different NCAA Division II athletic programs, a part of the Sunshine State Conference. We have over 70 different clubs and organizations, including Greek life, esports, intramurals, the list goes on and on. One thing that really stuck out to me was our off-campus trips, where we bring our students to places like Disney, Universal. If you're into sports, we actually bring our students to the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were actually the exclusive educational partner to the Bucks, who won the Super Bowl this year. So it's a really cool time to be in the Tampa Bay area. We are a residential campus, so we do have 14 different residential halls, and we were actually listed as the top 10 residential halls in the nation not too long ago for some of our upperclassmen apartments. We have a Benedict's Coffee House that just opened this past year that has Starbucks products. And then at the bottom right side of your screen, you can see our brand new wellness center that will be opening this fall. So if you thought you were potentially transferring to a resort for college, this facility will make it feel even more so. The infinity pool pictured in the photo will actually be the largest infinity pool at a university in the state of Florida. So it's definitely somewhere cool you will be able to hang out on campus. We actually are currently ranked for number 4 in the nation when it comes to just college campuses with the most beautiful weather. So you know you're going to have a great temperature all year round. I know that kind of stuck out to me as a student coming from out of state. Again, here is my contact information. If there's any questions that you might have lingering from today or this presentation, feel free to reach out. St. Leo is open for tours on campus, and we also do have a virtual tour on our website. Again, thank you so much for learning about St. Leo University, which is located in Tampa Bay, Florida, and I hope you have a great night.
Thank you. And we thank all of our presenters for their great information today. In the time we have remaining, we're going to go through a quick Q&A. I'll pose a question and we'll ask each of our panelists to give their thoughts. What advice would you give someone going through the transfer process? We'll start at the top with University of Virginia.
Okay, so my advice for someone going through this process is to make sure that you reach out to the person in the admissions office that serves as your transfer counselor. That's what we do. So we like when you guys contact us. So not only know what classes are going to transfer, your degree audits and how many classes you're looking at to completely, finish your degree at that institution.
Thank you. Up next, Glenville State.
Definitely use the resources we have here, whether that be people in the admissions office, your advisor, some professors as well. Just kind of reach out, ask questions if you have them too. I know whenever I was transferring personally, my biggest thing was a lack of communication. So I came down, had no idea what I was doing. Biggest thing you need to do is just use the resources here. Just go out, kind of get out of your comfort zone a little bit if you are a little bit more shy. That way you're kind of on the right path. That way you're not kind of taking a 5th year, go jumping through loops or hoops or anything like that to try to get back to where you need to go.
Thank you. Next up, Southern Illinois University.
I would say don't be afraid to kind of cast your net wide and go for something that maybe isn't traditional. I was a transfer student, went to community college, and I ended up transferring to an institution across the country for me, had never been to, didn't know a soul, and I don't regret it for 1 second. So don't be afraid to take that risk and just go for it if it's the right fit for you.
Thank you. Appalachian State.
Yeah, I definitely echo everything everybody else has said. Definitely agree with that. But I think that one of the biggest hurdles for transfer students is that social integration into their new campus community. So make sure that, number 1 priority is academics, but make involvement your second priority, because that will enhance your experience in more ways than you can imagine. Yes, it's fun to be a part of clubs and organizations, but it can also allow you to develop a lot of transferable skills and leadership experience for your career path too. Thank you.
Thank you. Ohio University.
Great advice from everyone, I must say, but I do want to recommend that as you build in this next list, that you have your must-haves when you're looking at the schools, that you know what you're looking for, because this is going to be the school that you do your degree completion. So make sure you have your must-have list.
Thank you. St. Leo University.
I'm going to kind of go off of what Kennedy said. Also, definitely keep an open mind throughout the process, because it's the kind of thing, same thing for myself. I never thought I was going to go to Florida for school from New Jersey. So it's definitely the kind of thing, if you stayed local for college or you just want to change it up, definitely keep an open mind. And again, similar as to when you were first year in college, definitely try to visit those schools if it's an opportunity.
Thank you. We'll do one last question in the few minutes we have left. Give an interesting or fun fact about your school, starting at the top again, University of Virginia.
Okay, interesting fun fact. Before our college was actually founded as a college, it served as the Wise County Poor Farm in Wise County, Virginia. So it has quite the history there. Also comes with quite the amount of ghost stories. The morgue was actually in the basement of the building that I currently work in. So we really play up on that around the fall season. And we even have a ghost walk that our Dean of Students does around our campus. So lots of history to go along with that ghost walk.
Thank you. Glenville State.
We're big, rich in music. So like for instance, we're the only college in the state of West Virginia that has a 4-year bluegrass degree. So one of our most interesting fun facts is we have a big like music showcase in town, usually over the summer. Everybody kind of gets involved, and that's definitely, it's called Folk Fest. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. I know that's one of the most common things, and everybody kind of comes from all over the globe to kind of come down. Some of our international students would actually bring their families over as well, just to kind of tag along with that. And everybody just kind of gets involved, and we're very high community involvement here.
Thank you. Southern Illinois.
So before we were Southern Illinois University Carbondale, we were actually Southern Illinois Normal School, or even like Normal University. So we started out as a teacher's college. And so even still with our College of Education and Human Services, we take a lot of pride in that, because that was our original founding roots, was in education. So that's kind of a fun fact about us.
Thank you. Appalachian State.
Yeah, so I kind of touched on this in the presentation, but outdoor activities is something that we're very much well known for. So we've got about 50 hiking trailheads within driving distance of campus. Some of those are on campus itself, but I'm just going to pop a little article in the chat here for anybody who might be in the area who wants to take some of those hikes while you're here. And one of the traditions kind of folds into that as well. So definitely encourage you to check that out.
Thank you. Ohio University.
Our school is known for our beautiful trees and our bricks, but I have to tell you one thing that's really crazy fact. We have squirrels the size of cats on our campus, and they will come up to you during lunch and want to be fed. So that's just a fun, silly fact about our campus.
Thank you. Last but not least, St. Leo University.
So if you're ever able to tour campus, or if you decide to come, we actually have a fish tank in one of our apartment buildings that was featured on the show Tanked on Animal Planet. So it's really cool to see how it was built and everything. So definitely come tour and you could see that fish tank.
Thank you. And thanks to all our presenters. That'll conclude our fair for today. We would ask students if you could fill out the quick 4-question survey so we could make any improvements that you note for us. Also, be aware that there are additional StriveScan sessions available on the website, so sign up at your convenience. Lastly, the recording of this will be posted at strivescan.com/Tennessee. So again, thanks to all of our presenters, and hope everyone has a great day.